James 4, 2, 3. You desire, but do not have, so you kill. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have, because you do not ask God. When you ask, you do not receive, because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures. In these verses, James describes how unchecked desires lead to severe outcomes like quarreling and even metaphorical or actual violence. These intense desires create tension and strife because they focus on self-satisfaction rather than communal harmony or godly pursuits. The phrase, "you do not have because you do not ask God," points out a failure to turn to God for provision. This suggests a reliance on self or worldly methods rather than seeking divine intervention or blessing. When prayers are offered, they are ineffective because they are done with selfish motives. James highlights a misuse of prayer, where the goal is to fulfill personal indulgences rather than to align with God's will or to further His kingdom. The outcome of such desires and prayers is not the acquisition of what is sought, but continued frustration and unmet needs, illustrating the destructive cycle of selfish ambition. Believers are encouraged to introspectively examine their motives, both in their actions and in their prayers. Ensuring that desires are aligned with God's principles is key to living a life of peace and purpose. Prayer involves asking not just for personal gain, but for what furthers God's plans and glorifies Him. Managing personal desires is crucial. Believers are taught to cultivate contentment and to pursue desires that promote spiritual health and communal well-being. This teaching also addresses how to handle conflicts by reducing selfishness and increasing reliance on God's provision through prayer and righteous living. Comment: motive, as we are reminded to pray with the right motives and to constantly seek after God's will. May this verse be with you today as you walk with God. Follow and subscribe as we share a verse each day and break down what God is communicating to us, and subscribe to our website, discoveringtheology.com, for each week's Sunday message. Amen.